what the hell, I need the exercise.
Welcome back to a new video from DW Gaming. We are playing as the newest killer, the good guy, Chucky. This is my very first match with him against real players. I played several bot matches against AI survivors in a custom game just to get a feel for the killer and his ability. They did not go well at all. This guy looks like he's giving up for some reason. But yeah, the bots, I gave them no perks, no add-ons. I was running a gen blocking build of Corrupt, Deadlock, Merciless Storm, and No Way Out to try to delay the match as long as possible. I was running these exact same add-ons, the one that lets him break pallets when scampering under them, and the one that gives him 2% movement speed after a scamper. And yeah, I only won one of the matches. I think I played like 4 or 5, something like that. And the rest of the time I either drew or I lost. And the reason for that is Prey survivors never disconnect a match when using Chucky, because the bots know exactly where you are. It doesn't matter how you try to hide your red glow. The bots will anticipate where you're going. They essentially have wall hacks. So when you're in a chase and trying to mind game a bot, it's not going to work. And unfortunately, this killer is 110. So you waste even more time with mind games. Now, thankfully, that worked on her because she's a real player. She doesn't have wall hacks. So I dread if anyone disconnects against me when I'm playing Chucky, because the bot will easily be able to run me around, since he is a slower movement speed killer. I can tell already that... What are you doing? Okay, that was quite the play. I can tell already that this killer is going to be a problem at higher level. He's going to be very weak. He will most likely be bully material for good survivors. So honestly, I'm not sure the life of this killer, how long he'll last once survivors get used to going against him. And as I said, the fact that he is a 110 movement speed killer is like you're basically chasing survivors as Hag, which, you know, any of you play Hag, you know that is the worst thing you can do with that killer. And at least Hag has her traps. The only thing he has is his slice and dice, and people are comparing him to Blight. Blight is a lot harder to dodge than this guy is. I think once you go against him, once people get used to him on the survivor side, they'll have no trouble dodging his slice and dice attack. So I'm not sure where people are coming from when they say he's comparable to Blight. Blight, first of all, it has base movement speed. And secondly, Blight is a lot harder to dodge, especially good Blights who can curve. But this guy, I'll enjoy him while I can, but I don't see him lasting very long, especially at high MMR.
Why are you hiding? I'm the freaking good guy.
I do enjoy the fact that he does a lot of trash talking, which is something that is desperately needed in this game. Unfortunately, he can't always back up what he says. Now, this match would have been a much better gauge of his abilities if that ace hadn't given up. Maybe he was sick of going against Chucky. I know Killer Q's is taking a while because everyone wants to play as the new killer. So, I mean, it is what it is, but it's rather annoying because I would prefer I'd prefer a difficult match where I can truly test how good this killer is. Also, a lot of what a lot of what screws me up with this killer is the third person view. I'm not used to playing a killer in third person. And it's quite confusing at times. Oh, and for anyone's information, I hope someone finds this useful. I tried the perk Shadowborn on him in my match against the bots. It does absolutely nothing. So don't waste a perk slot using Shadowborn.
Why are you running? I'm the good guy.
I guess you can use Slice and Dice in that way to catch up, but unfortunately they nerfed it to where when you miss, you're slowed down more than you would have been. And they nerfed this from the PTB. They didn't even wait for this to go live. So if you use Slice and Dice as a way to catch up, you're still going to be punished. I don't know if it's worth it. He has no map traversal abilities at all, except for Slice and Dice. And you're not going to always be able to use that power. So his map control is very weak, especially since he's a 110 killer. I really do not understand why they made him 110 movement speed. It irks me to no end that they made him that slow. And yet Trickster, for some reason, gets a buff to 115. Now that was funny. How's it hanging? That's good. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't see this killer being strong at high MMR. I think once survivors get used to going against him, they'll run circles around him. And it's sad.
Got something for you, pisshead.
Oh, almost. Wow, you really messed up for some reason. No idea why you did that.
He's coming for you.
So we have another killer who's coming for survivors. Is that where we're going? First Pinhead and now this guy. See, this is a problem with hidey ho mode, is that it's not a true stealth mode. He's constantly giggling. So he's going to let survivors know where he's coming from. I've seen some True Talent videos where he uses stealth perks on Chucky, like Trail of Torment and Tinkerer, and even when those perks are active, he starts giggling. So it's not even his own stealth ability. It's like any kind of undetectable perk you use on this killer, he starts making noise. It's very odd.
Got something for ya.
And honestly, I really don't think he'd be overpowered if he was buffed to 115. I mean, this is a game where Victor's in it, and Victor moves faster than that. Now, Victor is constantly making noise. So if they gave Chucky something to where he could more reliably clue survivors in as to where he was and moved at standard movement speed, I would be fine with that. Because, as I said, this is a game where Victor exists. And Victor moves faster in 115, and he makes noise so you can actually tell where he is coming from. So yeah, my first impressions of this killer, he's fun for the time being. I doubt that will last. Once survivors get used to going against him, he's going to be very easy to defeat, especially in chase. He is just not strong in chase at all. It's like chasing with Hag, which is something you never want to do with Hag. So once people play this killer a lot and get to higher MMR, I don't see him being viable.